Okay, so today we got the brand new shop for February 2022, and there's another thing we didn't mention. I have a big giveaway on twitch.tv/Sekapoko. If you want to join us, we're going to be doing a giveaway live there, and as well as a full day stream. So we're going to be streaming probably more than 24 hours on my brand new account, trying to get to AR 45 today. So if you want to join us, twitch.tv/Sekapoko. See you there. All right, the shop has reset. Let's go check out the new Starglitter shop for February. Here we go. All right, and the new shop is going to be most likely the same as the last one, but where is it? We got Badudu and Noel. Beidou and Noel. So there is no change as far as what you need to be doing for the Starglitter shop as of this one. So this video, we're going to be doing something different. I'm going to talk a little bit about the royal weapons and Beidou as well if they're worth picking up. And then we're going to go into the comments you guys dropped from last time and talked about what you guys had thought about and what you guys wanted to do. And then we'll do, if you guys like this format, of course, we'll give it in future videos. So if you weren't aware, the previous banner history for that also includes the Paimon bargain things. Okay. So the previous banner history sheet also has the next characters coming out. So you know that the next one after this is going to be Ningguang and Xingqiu, as well as the one after that being Razor Amber for a full reset. So just know that the ones after this one are pretty easy to skip, except for the Xingqiu one, of course. You see, if you need consolation for him, a lot of people do want to pick him up, but he is available right now in the Leeway Festival, as well as on the banner currently. So if you were going to get his constellations, I would probably just try to summon for them right now versus trying to summon for them and trying to get them out of the shop. The same may be true of Badudu, and she's out right now. So for her constellations in general, the only constellations that are really meaningful for Beidou are Constellation 2, Constellation 5, and Constellation 6. Constellation 2 is the must pick up constellation for Beidou, but C5 and C6 are like just icing on the cake. They are not things that you definitely need to pick up, and if you get them eventually, they are really good. On my free-to-play account, I just got C6 Beidou on there, and I did see a total damage increase going from about 30,000 ultimate hits up to about 40,000 ultimate hits for the maximum potential what I can put out. And that it is quite good as far as what you can get for damage for each ultimate tick for an increase, for a 25% increase for 2 constellations. But again, 25% for 2 constellations while picking up at the Starglitter shop, it's really good, but I don't know if I would classify that as like something that you really, really need right away, because you will be able to pick this up over time. So this, I would say, is less, C5 and 6 are less worth than this. And then for Noelle, only good at C6. She's only good at C6. Don't even bother with this character at all unless she is Constellation 6. The Constellation 6 basically turns her from a half Ito into a full Ito. So that's why her constellations are so nice. For royal weapons, the only ones that are actually worth thinking about are for Royal Spear, potentially for Shenhe, and maybe Rosaria. So if you're thinking about this weapon for Shenhe, it is a decent weapon for her. It is not an ideal weapon. I have a web video on the weapon tier list for Shenhe. This weapon came out as pretty mid. If you have another 5-star weapon on any 5-star weapon, it's going to be better than Royal Spear. And the Royal Spear doesn't need to get refines on it, so you don't actually need to get refines or anything with this, so R1 is more than fine. Royal Grimoire is only for cheese builds for Kokomi, so everything else is kind of like out the wayside, so don't even bother with the rest of these weapons. These weapons are really good when low early game levels, but they fall off very, very quickly, so I don't recommend picking up any of these, okay? As far as getting your summons, of course, get them every single month, and we'll do the summons right here, or the normal summons. I'm gonna save the rest of my summons for next time, but I'll do some normal banner summons here if we get anything. Of course, they're nice. C7 Bennett, nice, huge. C7 Bennett is a big constellation. So I had a choice a while ago to pick up Bennett out of the shop for a C4 Bennett or C5 Bennett, and I ended up not picking it up because I figured that something like this would happen in the future. And right there, I would have C8 Bennett if I had picked it up at the shop, which would have been a giant waste of Starglitter just picking up his constellation. So stuff like that is the reason that I don't recommend picking them up, because you will randomly pick them up over the course of time. All right, so nothing out of these summons for the month, of course. And I'm going to save the rest of the summons that we got going here for the following banners, because I already got Zhongli. Don't really care about Ganyu on this account because I got enough damage. And I'll probably go for, Yemika. So last month, I asked you guys for feedback on the shop videos. Let's see what you got. To clarify, Oz's VA is not just with the issues, officials, edit, more clarification. Oz's CNVA, yes. Officials only one Freedom Sword. Happy New Year's. Get more bro prototypes. Okay. Protagonist is a remove for official. Looking forward to Sarah constellations. My official's at C5. I trust she's coming anytime soon. Finally excited to get C6. Sure. Bot official because she's at C5 now. Okay. Been playing for 9 months. About jangling out of the shop. She's currently C1 for some reason. Who's international. I mean, a bit upsetting. I'm going to start picking her up from every possible source. So hopefully I can C4 her. So for someone who's been playing for a long time, Zhangling has been on a shop rotation for both. It's on 2 big banner rotations. The first one was on Raiden Shogun, which is really helpful. Yeah, and the second one was Ito. So for a player that's been playing 9 months, it looks like you're not summoning on the banners for 4 stars while building pity for the 5 stars. If you find yourself in this situation and you just summon only on 5 stars, you can usually get about 30 summons in or so on any given 4-star banner, especially if you've lost the previous 50. If you haven't lost the previous 50-50, and you'll have a lot of extra time to summon for those 4 stars on whatever character banner. Just a little bit of summons in, and it'll build toward your next pity for your next banner. So that's typically what I do to make sure they have high constellations on the right 4 stars. Find the most efficient small items. The ones in the pay note, like grind a Wapple Fire is a very small spawn point, so use a ton of ascension, so it's worth it to buy some extra. Versus Hilichurl drops that everyone should know that 1,000 by now. This is a bad take. If you're going to be buying things out of the shop like this, I can play an account and then not farm anything like ley lines or anything else. I would not be buying any of the other those things out of the shop. So if you're considering going to the Starglitter shop and purchasing any of the resources here for Masterless, this is definitely not a good choice. And buying, where is it? Buying any of these resources for Stardust is definitely not a good choice either. If you're fully free to play, the thing that you should pick up priority if once you figure your summons, if you have enough summons, is going to be Mora. But typically free to play players barely have enough to get Mora once every like 3-4 months. So I doubt that you should. If you're a budget player, you'll get a little bit more summons, which you'll have more Masterless Stardust, which means you can pick up the other things. The Mora is always the most worth to pick up. The next worth thing you can pick up is going to be the Adventurer experience, and these 2 things together would be the most worth things to pick up because it'll actually save you the most amount of resin. So I would not pick up anything else but those 2 things personally. So I'll pick this up this time because I have 2,800 Masterless Stardust right now. And if I get 300 Adventure XP, it's much less worse than the Mora. But I can pick up the Mora and the Adventure XP again this time around. So, I mean, that's what I would do. On what characters are Blacklift weapons top tier? Typically, these are good. Blacklift weapons are great on main DPS, and they're also really good for like Zhongli or Hu Tao if you're just needing a weapon to fill the gap. If you're fully free to play, this is really good. The worst thing that you can do with your glitter is purchasing 4-star characters in the shop. 35 glitters is equal to 7 pulls, which you can use for pity. Don't aim for 4-star characters, always go for 5-star characters. Consider the 4 stars as just a bonus when you're pulling the 5 stars. Oh, this is a bad take. Summoning with your glitter is the least valuable option. It's the option that you pick because you wanted to get more summons toward your 5-star pity. The actual reality is that 4-star constellations are quite valuable in Genshin Impact, and 4-star characters kind of rule the game. So the idea that 5-star characters are better is kind of an outdated medium, because if you're going to be going for the next 5-star and using 7 extra summons toward your next 5-star, you're usually better off getting another copy of a 4-star in general for a first copy, or going for a constellation as a better one. But the overall best option, if you don't have any 4-star weapons initially, is going to go for the weapons, because typically new free-to-play players and new budget players don't have any 4-star weapons that are good for their characters, because they don't have the battle pass weapons out of the shop yet, and Blacklift weapons are the nice medium bracket. So going for summons is usually a later thing. Usually after the first 6 to 8 months, that's when you want to start switching to summons for the characters rather than going for the weapons or the constellations, because that's when you start building for the next 5-star pities more often. But early on, you're not going to want to do that. So regarding the shop, I'd like to know if any worthwhile weapons for free-to-play players there. Blacklift weapons, yep. I need better weapons for characters. This is exactly what I was talking about. I got 2 speed heroes. I got Catch and Dragon's Bane. The rest are 3 stars. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's why Blacklift weapons are the ones to go for. Royal weapons are terrible. Catalysts, it's Widget, they're nothing pretty much in Sacrificial. Claymores, Blacklift Claymore is great for Diluc, but you know, Diluc kind of All the money you spend on it, can't you just renovate your room and living room? I could. I actually hired a contractor a long time ago to renovate this room, actually. And I had the whole initial part here, but I'm actually in the middle of a transition, so I'm not sure if I'm moving. So otherwise I would renovate and get a more streamer friendly space, but I'm not sure if I'm living here for the next year. So I'll have to figure this out, because I own my own home. I can renovate this room. I just haven't taken the time. Bro, how is Blacklift the best force? Ali Flash the video speaking 620 base attack, and you're telling people hundreds of people get a Blacklift? you have to summon on a specific weapon banner to get alley flash. So the only way of getting the alley flash is on a weapon banner. So as a free-to-play player, summoning on the weapon banner for a 1 in 5 chance on a 4-star to get the alley flash is kind of suspect in general. Whereas the black lift you can just pick up and you're fine. I'd rather be the prototype rather than spend my glitter on that. Misinformation back in my head. I mean, if you want to have a weapon that's just going to give physical damage and attack percentage when you never actually get the attack percentage, you could do that. But black lift actually gives crit damage, so I mean, it's up to you. It's technically the best, but it's not, you know, no one's saying that you should do it. All right, guys, well, let's get into this video. My name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. You guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see what you guys are doing for your purchases for the Masterless Starglitter shop in the comment section down below. We'll go over what you guys did if you guys like this format and talk about what you guys did for last month in the next video as well. So if you want to, we'll talk about like what my advice is what other people are doing, and talk about those things so we can get more rounded opinions from everybody. Have a great day, guys.